Right, well I think that's just got that last UJ greased up in there. Hello and welcome back to Saxlingham. So it is literally the start of January. It is pretty cold and we are going muck spreading today on some of the spring drilling ground, as it will save us quite a bit of time in the spring, and the ground is quite hard and frozen. So the two spreaders have gone down there. I've just been greasing this up, ready for a day's work. So we will get this down to the pile that we carted out into this field earlier last year. So it is pretty cold out here. I hope this lump's not too frozen up. That's why I've chosen to use a wheel loader rather than telehandler, as we're not going to be messing around today. do for that load. So both are out spreading at the moment on this frosty land. So we've got a few fields to do, so this pile should hopefully do this field and the one behind us. And we've got a few up the top to do, but we can use the farm manure for that. So this is good, we can get this done now the land's frozen, as it will save us time in the spring. Right, so we are nearly finished out in this upper field. So, and then we'll be moving everything up to the top to do the fields we've got up there. So hopefully we'll get everything spread today. So we'll just get everything back to the main farm and spread those fields up there. So we are now on the next day. We have got the John Deere telehandler and a bucket, and we're going to do some pothole filling with this old tarmacy stuff we had delivered quite a while back. We've got a few low spots and bumps in this track, so we're going to fill them up to even it out a little bit, and then there's a few more down there. But we've got a bit of a low spot just there, a bit of a dip. So we've got the Merlot back at the main farm doing loading trailer, and I think he's on his way out with a load of road planings to stick in here, and we'll do our best to level it out with the telehandler up here, so it's not so bumpy when you're using it more later in the year. So here he is. So hopefully he's just going to back out and dump that into this hole. So it's just dumping that out there, and he'll probably have to go back and get another load by the look of it, so it's going to fill most of this hole. So we'll start pushing that around. So this is obviously going to take a little while, so we'll come back when we've finished. Well, I'm not sure if that's better or worse, but I think we filled the hole a little bit, so it's made it not quite as bad. So we'll move on down to the next one. Yeah, so there's another bit of a dip just down here. So we'll try and smooth that out a little bit. Yeah, about there I'll probably do. Drive forward. Yeah, so that'll probably do for this bit of track. So we'll get this one splurged out. So that's not quite so bad. So we filled a bit of a hole there. There's still a couple more as you go down, so we're going to get them filled. So, but that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you again next time. Cheers.